I have a secret. Mrs. Smith made a vow that she was not going to teach a completely new topic during this this time of distance learning. But I think you guys are ready. And so I am going to show you something new. If it is too confusing, it's okay, because you're definitely going to see this again with Mrs. Fregosi. I'm just kind of throwing it at you to kind of see how you are, a little bit of challenge. So this is what we're looking at. All right. So first thing you should know is that Mrs. Smith made her first GIF. Yes, I made that GIF. You can see that I made it today. I have the same hair and the same shirt on, and it was really fun. So a GIF is just a short internet video that shows over and over again. And what I'm saying in the GIF is ones, tens, cha-cha-cha. Ones, tens, cha-cha-cha. All right, let's keep going. So I apologize, I forgot about this part when we did our lesson scans, but I realized that you're going to need a set of rectangles or squares, and each one you need 2 zeros, 2 ones, all the way up to 2 number 9s. And the reason is because this page is generally inside a plastic folder where we write on it. And because we write on it, we can erase it and we can use it over and over again. But if you just write on the paper that you print, or that your paper that you have in front of you, you're not going to be able to change it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use those little cards, and you can see that Mrs. Smith has her cards over here. So this math assignment is called 2-digit addition without regrouping, which means we are going to add two 2-digit numbers, similar to this one over here. See, 1 digit, 2 digit, 1 digit, 2 digit, and we are not going to regroup, which means that we're going to be able to just add the ones and add the tens and not worry about changing any ones to tens. Parents know what I'm talking about. Okay, so one of the first things I want you to notice is this comes with a silly song. First you add the ones, they're on the right, you know. Then you add the tens, and on you go. Ones, tens, cha-cha-cha. Ones, tens, cha-cha-cha. There's a reason why they want you to remember this ones and this tens. So we've been studying ones and tens and hundreds for weeks now. You can see here that, remember when we started with pennies? Pennies are a symbol for 1. And then tens are a dime. So that's actually worth the tens. And remember, tens are also shown by a column or a tens rod. So this number that will be over here will look like a ones, but it's not. It's actually the number of tens rods. And this one will look similar, but this one is the ones cubes. Okay. Here is a type of question that we will come across. So here's the first one. We have 32 plus 10. These are two digit numbers that we need to add. So what Mrs. Smith is going to do is she's going to take her 3, and she's going to take her 2, and I'm going to take my 1, and I'm going to take my 0, and I'm going to remake it. So I want you to pause me right now and take your number squares and put them in the boxes so that you can see 32 plus 10. Now 32 is 3 tens and 2 ones. And 10 is 1 10 and 0 ones. Now what do we do here? Well, let's look over here. It says first you add the ones. So you notice how these are all in the brown, like the ones penny? We're going to add these ones first. So the answer is, if we have 2, sorry, I forgot to make myself a little answer thing. If we have 2 plus 0, the answer is 2. You're right. Now over here it says, then you add the tens, right? Then you add the tens. So now I'm going to add up these tens. I'm going to get another box. And I'm going to change its color back to gray. And I'm going to add these tens, and I know it changed that number. Okay, so now I'm adding my tens, which is 3 plus 1, 4. All right, so that's the gist. I'm going to show you this in a couple different ways using the practice sheet on that you're also saw that you can print out, or you can just recreate on your own. Let's do a couple more examples together. So first, I'll move these back. And you should clear your board too. All right, my next number sentence is 64 plus 20. So I'd like you to pause me and take your cards and make 64 plus 20. How many tens in 64? 6. How many ones? 4. How many tens in 20? 2. How many ones? 0. Now we need to add. So now I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to write down the correct answer. What's 4 plus 0, first grade? 4. And then over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this guy, but I'm actually going to write the correct answer. What is 6 plus 2? 8. Why did Mrs. Smith do the brown column first? Because that's the rule. First you add the ones. They're on the right, you know. Then you add the tens and on you go. Cha-cha-cha, right? Okay, so let's do this one more time. I'll move these out of the way. Boy, I wish you could tell me that you knew the answers. This would be really fun, but that's okay. I can imagine that you know the answers. All right, so then my last number sentence is 60 plus 18. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to make 60 using my cards, which you should do as well now too. And 18. Which one do I add first? You are correct. I add the ones first. 0 plus 8, 8. Now, 6 plus 1 is the tens. What's the answer? 7. So my answer is 78. We're doing some big numbers here, guys. But the way that you want to view two-digit addition is actually just adding very simple math facts. We're just separating the two digits into the simple math facts. So you've basically already done this a bazillion times before. It's about viewing it in another way. All right, so I'm going to keep on going here. So on this paper, this is our actual work paper, and I want to show you how I added a few more things here. So what I'd like you to do is to add these colors if you wish, even if you just trace this whole thing in brown and this whole thing in gray to help you remember the ones and the tens. Let me show you what this would look like. So here, if I look at the question, I have 25 plus 20. So over here, this is 25 plus 20. And what do I need to add first? The ones. Parents, essential that you forced your child to add the ones first. If we add the tens first, when we start adding with regrouping, we are all confused. So it is essential first grade. I hope you remember that. And then 5 plus 0 is 5. And 2 plus 2 is 4. And then over here in the answer, I'll write down the answer. Okay, so I'd like you to try doing this one on your own. So pause me now, complete this one, and then come check your answer. Did you get the same answer that I did? I hope so. Now on this one, what we've done is this is another way. So if these numbers and those columns are still kind of confusing to you, it's okay. You'll do these columns again when you're in second grade. Another way to do this, just to have a strategy, is to use your tens blocks. So you have some tens blocks, but you could also use that internet website where we could use tens blocks. I think it was Math for Fun. And what I did was I changed 44 into tens blocks. 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. And I changed 40 into tens blocks. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I can add. So first I'm going to add the ones. I have 4 ones. And now I'm going to add the tens. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have the answer of 84. All right. So on this next page, you'll notice it doesn't have the columns. It doesn't have the blocks. Your job is to choose. If you like the columns, draw yourself some columns. I suggest you use pencil, maybe a ruler or some kind of straight edge, or have your parents draw it for you. There's nothing wrong, or an older sibling. There's nothing wrong with that. You can also use the system of drawing out your tens blocks in order to find the answer. The trick is, let's practice, let's have fun, let's try something new that's challenging, and I just want you to know, no matter what, I'm very proud of you. I'll see you soon.